So I'm D.W. Jones with the Alley Theater. And you?
Linda Lewis.
And Miss Lewis, so how did you first find out about Rebuilding Together and get involved with that?
We started a committee about 4 years ago at the Alley that is dedicated to doing community service works. We're a nonprofit organization. We create theater, we do art. It all depends on the kindness, the generosity, and the humanity of other people. So we feel like, as the beneficiaries of a lot of the goodwill of our community, that it was incumbent upon us, and we had a responsibility to give back. I think when we first started, I was expecting, like when we first sort of started discussing the project with Rebuilding Together, I think I had in mind that they were going to be more hands-on during the actual build. I actually think that them giving us that responsibility of doing the preparation and doing the planning and executing the actual work gave us a sense of freedom that then engendered more of a sense of commitment to the project itself.
Well, you never know what you're going to find in terms of, where the house is at. You have to be able to improvise and find ways of coping with different problems. Right now we're doing a piece of trim to cover some gapping at front of that soffit, So it's that's the big challenge, is not knowing exactly what's going to be there when you arrive, but then finding the solutions as you go.
It's good to have a plan. It's great to have a really good plan and flesh it out as much as you can, but I think it's important to make sure that you don't plan yourself into that box that limits any externalities from affecting you. There were maybe 5 or 6 people who were either carpenters or painters who worked for us, those people who had a really good amount of skill over the course of the 2 weeks. But primarily we had people who work in marketing or development or the box office or education, people who if they have the skills to do this kind of work, certainly didn't develop it at their jobs. And I think that ratio actually worked out really well for us, because what it meant is that I could delegate a particular task to somebody whose experience I was familiar with and say, I'm going to give you one person who doesn't know what they're doing and can help you out. And it frees them up to be able to work in a way that they're comfortable with. It allows them to be creative, and it allows the person that they're working with, the sort of newcomer to the task, to feel invested and to learn some new skills and to have fun. I would say the best advice that I can give is probably to plan it as if it's a bigger project than you think. There could be 10 people who you think will be painting the house. Those 10 people may go through 40 paintbrushes. You may need twice as many ladders as you think you're going to need. We were using tools that we packed just in case and ended up using nearly every one of them. I think it's important to expect the unexpected and really over prepare.